The equation 2k squared plus 3k minus 7 equals 0 has two solutions of the form. Part A wants you to solve this equation and find the appropriate values of the n, m, and d. And it says to do not worry about simplifying the square root of the portion. So for part A, we're going to use the quadratic formula. We're going to use the quadratic formula to solve this formula, which is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we're going to take this example and solve using the quadratic formula. So a equals 2, b equals 3, c equals negative 7. And we're able to know our a, b, and c because this example is in standard form. If it was not in standard form, we would need to convert it to a standard form in order to solve. So I'm using k. So let me go ahead and put k. K equals negative 3 plus or minus square root of 3 squared minus 4 times a is 2. C is negative 7 all over 2 times a. We're going to go ahead and simplify this. The negative 3 stays. 3 squared is 9. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. And then negative 8 times negative 7 gives you positive 56. Divided by 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Now we're going to go ahead and add 56 plus 9. That gives you 65. Plus or minus square root of 65 equals 4. Let's double check that again. 3 squared is 9. 4 times 2 times 7 gives you 56 positive. You add them together, you get 65. Now, for part A, right, it wants us to write it in this format. This is how they want the answer. So far, that's what we have. So we are left with k equals negative 3 plus or minus square root of 65. Yes, 65 over 4. So n is negative 3, d is 65, and m is 4. That's for part A. Part B, it wants us to use a calculator to approximate the value of both solutions. Round each answer to 2 decimal places and enter your answer as a list of numbers separated with commas. So for here, we're going to take this answer and we're going to put it in the calculator. Now, you want to make sure you put it in the calculator. You want to be careful with your parentheses. So when you type this in, because I've been using Google search engine to type in my answers, I'm going to type in negative 3 plus, I'm going to do one at a time, SQRT parentheses 65. Okay, and it's divided by 4, so I'm going to put this inside parentheses again, do the slash 4. That's 1. And then I'm going to do the negative 1. Negative 3 minus SQRT parentheses 65 close parentheses dash 4 slash 4. And those are going to give me my 2 answers. Now these are the 2 answers that I got. And now it says to round to 2 decimal places, right? So this rounded is going to be 1 point. So the 5 is going to change the 6 to a 7. So 1.27. And this one rounded, the 5 is going to change the 6 to a 7, so it's going to negative 2.77. And those are my 2 answers for this. And I think, yeah. So we're going to put our answers here. So we have 1.27, comma, negative 2.77. And those are my 2 answers for part B of this example.